Today we are looking at Deepsea Violet and Galaxy Violet. They are both from the Schmincke Super-granulating colors. And these two colors are fairly similar, I must say, because they are all made from PB29 and another pigment to it. Because you know, blue plus red equals to violet. So that's how you make violet colors. So anyway, let's go to Deepsea Violet first. So Deepsea Violet, it's actually semi-opaque color. It has good light fastness, and when you examine how the pigment distributes in water and how the interaction, you can actually see that it separates out really nicely and you get the granulation. You do see the dark brown pigment, you know, when underneath that ultramarine blue pigment. It's not staining, as you can see from the last test where I scrub it. I managed to scrub it off nicely, and I can see actually the paper underneath that. It is made up of PB29 and PBR33. PB29 is French ultramarine pigment. PBR33 is mahogany brown. So it's actually a mixture of a brown and a blue pigment, giving you like a very dark, deep purple color, violet color. Next, we look at the Galaxy Violet. So Galaxy Violet, it's supposed to be a semi-transparent color. So if you look at the swatch, you can see that you can still see the handwriting, the hand lettering that's underneath that color. And when you examine the interaction with water, which is what these two squares are, you know, you can see the beautiful granulation and the layering of the two different pigments, the French ultramarine pigment and the Potter's pink pigment. It is non-staining. As you can see, I could just scrub off quite a lot of the pigment, revealing the paper color. And when you look at the gradient, you do see from here that the French ultramarine pigment actually is more mobile than the Potter's pink pigments. It is made up of a mixture of PB29, which is the same as the Deepsea Violet, the pigment for French ultramarine, together with PR233, which is the Potter's pink pigment, giving you that beautiful violet color. I do think the two colors are fairly similar, except that the Deepsea Violet is actually a bit more grey. When you have a blue and a brown, you do get it's sort of a neutralizing combination, because they lie on either side of the color wheel. Normally we use it to neutralize, and we make a neutralizing mixture or shadow mixture for painting. Similar colors that we can find in the for me that I can find in the Daniel Smith series would be maybe the amethyst genuine, the moon glow, and the shadow violet. So moon glow and shadow violet, they are mixtures and made up of a few pigments. I think I've mentioned about moon glow in one of my video. So it's really quite close, especially the Deepsea Violet is actually quite close to these colors. I think the Galaxy Violet there's probably a color like the Imperial Purple that we could compare it with, although I do think the Imperial Purple is more vibrant than this mixture. So how would you use these two colors? I would think that they are very useful for shadows, because as you know, we often look for cool colors. You can also use it to color black pebble surface, rock surfaces. You can use that on eggplants, especially this one. And I would say night skies, galaxy. Do you know those night skies where you can you know, have a different, where you actually throw in different colors, and then at the end you splatter in some white ink or white splatter to make the star. So this color would be just right for this kind of painting. So let's examine how you can use it in the sketch. Here we have the two colors used in two short front drawings. On the left is the Galaxy Violet. As you can see from the two drawing, is that they really separate. The colors really perform very well just used on its own, because when you mix, you vary the mixture, you vary the water, you know, the sequence of adding water, the amount of water added, you can actually activate this granulation, and it gives you a lot of texture. It's the same for all the super granulating colors. And on the right is the Deepsea Violet. So even for the Deepsea Violet, if you can see from here, if you apply it dark, like undiluted, you get a very deep violet, or a gray, more grayish tone that you can really use for the shadow, like maybe in place of black, if you think that black is too black. So this is something that you can consider. And I do think it actually let's compare it with what I have, which is this one, the Moon Glow. So this is the Moon Glow that I've used before, and I have actually did a comparison. So if you compare to it, it's really quite similar, except that this one is probably more blue. And if you mix it with the yellow, you really get the dark. You will really get neutralize it, and you make a black. So these two colors are very beautiful, and you can really just use it on its own, or you can also mix it. Yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.